taste this. I'm Faith Wolf. Some of you might remember me as Cooking with Faith. Now I am just Nona. Today we're going to make Sufganiyot, which are fried jelly donuts. It's an Israeli delicacy. It's based on a yeast dough recipe that my bubby, my mom's mom, had. And so we're going to measure in 2 cups of flour first. Almond milk, our sugar, and we're going to add the eggs. Okay, and we're going to use our yeast. Very last thing I'm going to add is a teaspoon of salt. One of the ways I learned how to cook was through my bubby, and she had no recipes whatsoever. And what you had to learn was to shetarain, which meant throw it in. And I'd say, but how do you know when it's done? And she'd go, you feel it, you smell it, you just know. So I did. I just knew. And now I just know that this is ready because it's not too sticky and it's not too firm. What you do is you double in volume and you cut the circles and then you let them double in volume. But we're going to show you how to make these Sufganiyot. It's actually a very, very fun holiday. I do remember celebrating from when I was a little girl and have tried to hand down a lot of the traditions from my grandparents. I would visit with my grandparents almost every day and walk over to their house. So I spent a very long time in my grandmother's kitchen, which was about the size of this island and was Pepto-Bismol pink. And she had an oven that was probably the size of most people's microwaves these days. And from that oven, she would produce enormous quantities of any kind of food you could imagine. On Chanukah, we eat as much oil as possible, latkes, Sufganiyot, pretty much anything you could think of that has oil in it. And the nice thing about Chanukah is people can travel. We observe the Sabbath, and some of the holidays are hard to get everybody together if they're far away. This one, you can travel and you can celebrate together, and it's a wonderful, wonderful, fun holiday for the children. These are blowing up quite nicely. I don't know if you can see that they've become very nice and round and puffy. So we're going to give them a couple of seconds more. I'm going to up the heat a little bit more. And then I'll show you how to fill them. I have a lot of lemon lovers in my family, so we're going to use lemon curd and do one in lemon curd. And you can always tell when it's filling because it usually will pop out of the top. Throw it in a bag, shake it around. And there you go. My grandparents lost most of their family in the Shoah, and so they would sort of take in strays. I have always felt that was something I wanted to do as well. My kids were free to bring as many strays from college or grad school home with them to any family meal or celebration. Whenever you have food, recipes, smells, tastes, that just, it's an incredible experience. It brings you back to when you were a child, and you can then give those memories to your children and grandchildren. My daughter carries on a tremendous number of my recipes, and my son Gideon, who is my youngest, also loves to cook. So they never die. Those things stay forever, and I find that to be really a phenomenal thing for our family, because they lost everything and still passed on something.